I pull out my own hair. And I'm going to tell you how that all started. It all started at the end of 4th grade. I moved to a completely different school, but I was rather happy about it. I wasn't sad. And I was kind of skinny, and I had really long blonde hair, and I wasn't fat or anything, so I wasn't gonna get bullied or picked on, and I was actually very cool for some reason, and it was like that until the end of year 4, when we started grade 5, 5th grade, yeah. I started losing friends. I didn't have any friends. I didn't, have anyone to turn to. Everyone kept leaving me. I was alone, and everything ended up probably the worst time of my life because everything just felt black. I ended up finding new friends, but the thing is, I didn't even like these people. I didn't relate to these people. They were always into video games, and they were always into anime stuff, and I wasn't like that. I was different. I was one of those kids that liked going out, going to parties, not parties, but like shopping and going to the movies with your friends. I wasn't into staying at home and gaming. But because I wanted to have friends, I ended up doing the exact same thing as these people. I ended up getting a phone so I could text them and play video games on my phone. I ended up getting a computer. I already had a computer, but I got a really good one for gaming. I bought games like The Sims. I played some Minecraft. As you can see, they're all simple games, but that's how I could fit in by playing these games, just so I could talk to people about them. And then I started watching videos of Minecraft on Facebook, on YouTube, and that's how it started. At the end of year 5, I found new friends that kind of liked the same things as me, like hanging out and shopping and doing each other's hair. But then they found other girls that were better at all that stuff, so they left me. I was by myself, and I was sad. And that's when it all started. I was just sitting, looking at the teacher. The whole class was all there. We were all just watching. And that's when it happened. I can't necessarily remember it, but I remember having it in my hand. And one pluck, and I had a hair in my hand. And that was the first time it started. I started pulling out my own hair. I didn't really notice it at first. It wasn't like until everyone in the class saw me do it. And because it was the end of the year, it ended up being holiday time. And it was Christmas holidays, and we had 6 weeks off. In Australia, we don't have a summer, so we have separate holidays. This was one of them. I ended up having no hair left. I just had little ends of hair at the back, and then here was just basically bald area. And I was so embarrassed about it. I thought I was ugly. I thought, who could love someone like me that, didn't have any hair, and I just thought of so I ended up going to school like this. I ended up going to school wearing a hat because my top of my head was bald. I wore a hat everywhere. And people were saying stuff why she's wearing a hat in class. And people would rip off the hat and go, she's bald. And apparently they knew everything and said that I pulled out my own hair, which was true. I ended up falling into depression, and I didn't want to cut off my own hair, but that's what I had to do if I was going to wear a hat. And my hair was so short, it was like this tiniest amount of hair at the top. And I was really sad about it, and constantly sad. And I was finding it really hard to connect with people until I met this one girl called Hannah. And she was my best friend. She had really long hair, though. And she was a bit, fatter, but she was really nice, and she was my best friend. And I got fatter, but I didn't care anymore because I always thought of myself as ugly anyway, so I didn't care about what I looked like anymore. I thought no one liked me anyway. I was alone. I was a loser. I didn't deserve anything, and it was really bad for me. But then and that was last year, so right now I'm in grade 7, which is even worse. My hair was about that long. I mean, that was just the side of it. The back was kind of short. And, I got really stressed out one day, and I basically just pulled half of it out, so then my back of my hair was yellow, and then it was like that, and then I had like this big ass bald spot right there, and it was really hard for me, so I ended up stopped going to school. I haven't gone to school yet since. I've had about 3 weeks off so far. I just sit in my room. I still play those video games, and I just sit there and just completely sad. I think about everything. I think I deserve this, and life is still black. This is life is to me. It's not all sunshines and rainbows anymore. It's, I can't keep living like this. I can't keep doing this. It's gonna kill me one day, and I know it will. And it's the saddest thing and the scariest thing I've ever thought of is, my mom once told me that I can get through anything. She says, "Oh, you're so resilient. Your little sister's not like that. You can get through anything, but inside, I feel like I can't get through anything. I feel like I've done something wrong to deserve this fate, and I hate it. It's the worst thing that could possibly happen to you. Not the worst thing, but to me it feels like the worst thing that could possibly happen to you. And I don't know what to do. I can't go back to school because it's not like people are that nice. I can't keep going back to the people that, say stuff to me. They already say that I have cancer for having short hair. They already say that I look like a boy for having short hair. They already say that, well, you don't have any friends anyway. And everyone says everyone hates you. And I just can't do it anymore. I just can't do it anymore.